Hey, it's Neve with a video of the week, and this week I want to talk to you about how to get more done in less time. Now, this is not going to be about your typical sort of productivity and getting as much done as humanly possible and getting to our goals way faster. No, this is about how to carve out more genuine free time. Because I know as an entrepreneur, I find that my business sort of expands to every nook and cranny of my life. And coming into summer, I was like, okay, my kids are going to be off. We don't have any big holidays planned, so we're going to be hanging out and doing stuff together. I want to spend time with them. I want to spend time working on my crochet projects and reading books. And I'm also experimenting with writing fiction, which makes me super nervous. But I want to have the time and space to do those things, because I find that it's not so much creating time to do the things that you want to do, it's creating the mental space for the things that you want to do outside of your business. And if your business is taking up all of your mental space as well as a good chunk of your time, you'll find that there's just not a lot of room in your life for other stuff and to just relax and enjoy that other stuff when you do find the time to do it. So it's all about creating containers. And look, I'm no expert on this. For me, this summer is going to be a bit of an experiment. I want to experiment with scrunching down and working in as minute a time as possible while still getting a ton done. I have, my Light It Up membership site, which I have a ton of really cool content planned for that. I'm running a mini challenge for that group as well. This month, I'm also reopening my Challenges with Impact course at the end of this month, so I have a small launch as well to do. And I also want to create more public videos for you guys. This is my first one in a couple of months. So I have a lot to accomplish, and yet I want to create more free time. So I find that my business is sort of very fluid, and it will expand to take up whatever amount of time and mental space I give it. So sometimes I find that even when I'm with my kids, I'm sort of thinking about business, or even when I'm sitting and reading a book, I'm feeling guilty that I'm not working on my business. And so I want to create more containers for business so that the rest of the time is genuinely, truly free. So how do I create containers? So the first thing that I do is I look at time. Time is the first container. So that container will be looking at, okay, this is how much time I'm going to allot for work per week. And then I'm going to I don't have to have it all at the, a set time of day, but that I know each day I have X amount of minutes or hours to spend on business. Okay, so once I allot the hours, then I have to find a way to track it. So I'm using Toggle, which is just a really simple free tracking app, and I turn it on when I'm working and I turn it off when I am done. That way I can actually track that I'm using the appropriate hours, because I find that if you track stuff, then you're more likely to follow the rules and the containers and the boundaries that you set. So that's the time boundary. The second one I am setting is the brain freedom boundary, which is outside of the time where I am working, I am not thinking about business. I, in fact, have a set rule that I'm not allowed to do any work outside of the allotted time. That means that I don't have to sit there kind of going, oh God, I should be working, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. It alleviates the guilt and allows you to be present in whatever task you are doing when you go, I have my allotted time for that, and that is the container that will hold that, and the rest of the time it's, containing whatever task I'm doing at that point. Okay, so I create sort of a mental boundary and a time boundary. The other thing that I do, which is super important to making this really, really work, and this is to help ease anxiety. That last one was to help ease guilt. This one is to help ease anxiety, and that is planning. Okay, so when you are going to reduce the number of hours that you work and really still get a lot done, you need to have everything planned. I find that the biggest burden on an entrepreneur is when you sit down to work and you have to decide what to do while actually trying to do it. You always want to separate deciding from doing, as this actually massively helps you reduce the amount of time sort of dithering and worrying and thinking. So you have a set thing of, okay, on this day, I'm recording. That's what I'm doing today. I'm recording 2 videos, and then I'm going to put a little bit of planning time into my challenges with Impact Launch. And then when my time is up, and I'm done. I have an allotted section as well where I do notifications. I do them once, done. And that brings me to the final part of this strategy, which is batching, which is that you try and take the tasks that you would normally do many times a day and allot it into one time period. So I have one time period for emails and notifications. I have discovered that you can accomplish an enormous amount if you do your emails and notifications once a day or maximum twice a day, because they all build up and you can go in and take care of them really quickly. Just by letting it all sort of be there. You can show up every 8 hours or so and everything will be there, and you can just go ahead and move through things really, really quickly that way. So that is how I get more done in less time. I uber plan everything. I spend my business time on a Monday planning exactly what tasks I'm going to do on which days so that I can alleviate anxiety. I know that everything that needs to get done will get done. Then I allot a set amount of time per day. I use Toggle or some kind of time tracking app to make sure that I'm actually following the amount of time I have set for that day. Outside of that time barrier, I am not allowed to work, and this is what alleviates the mental space. This is what gives me that freedom to go ahead and do the other things that I've always wanted to do. I don't create a lot of rules outside of these boundaries. If I want to sit around and watch TV, I'm allowed to sit around and watch TV. If I want to sit around and read, I'm allowed to read. I'm allowed to do whatever I want in the free time. And that's actually what makes it so free. So I totally encourage you to come up with a system like this for your summer so that you can still accomplish a lot while spending less time sitting down at your computer pretending that you're working, and actually enjoy yourself and get done the things you want to do. So I'll totally update you on how my experiment goes later this summer. I hope it all goes well. I'm sure you'll see the results. I'll see you in the next video.